Hi, my name is Mary Kate DeBoer. I'm a third-year teacher of 5th and 6th grade students in a public charter school in Idaho, and I'm going to give you a how-to guide for creating a classroom management plan. Your classroom management plan encompasses everything from when you let kids go to the bathroom to what you do when a child yells, "Damn it!" when they walk into class. And believe me, it's not always easy to keep your composure when that happens. After only 3 years of teaching, I've developed a logical, simple classroom management plan that is research-based and consistent. I won't pretend that I have it all together all the time, or that my plan is foolproof and will work in all situations, but it has worked really well for me so far, and I want to give you the option of utilizing it. So here it goes. First and foremost are my 3 simple classroom rules. Be respectful, be honest, and be prepared. I believe these 3 rules encompass everything that I expect of my students. Unlike a lot of teachers, I don't create my rules with the students each year, but we do have a meaningful discussion about the rules on the first day of school. Second thing that I consider most important is to build rapport with your students. I'm in a unique situation at my school in that I have a combined age class, so I have my kids for 2 years in a row. So it's fairly easy to build rapport when half the class likes me already. But last year, there was a pretty good rumor going around that I was really mean. So when the 4th graders came to me in 5th grade, they were nervous that I would live up to those expectations. I had to work really hard to show them that I wasn't a monster. The biggest way I do this with my class is to be a little bit vulnerable. Almost daily, I tell the kids stories about my life and little anecdotes. My crazy puppies, buying a new house, stories about growing up, and my rotten little brother. I also read them stories that I really enjoy that sometimes make me cry, and so they see that vulnerability firsthand. Pretty much anything is fair game, and the kids really love it. Usually my stories spur on whole class discussions that really bring us together as a kind of family. The third most important step to creating a classroom management plan is to have a behavior plan. I have a clipboard that students sign for breaking my classroom rules. I have kids sign the clipboard for things like being off task, talking when I'm talking, or being disruptive, or not bringing their planner to fill out. That's preparedness. The clipboard chart goes for the whole week, and the first time signing it, they lose 2 minutes of recess, second is 5 minutes, third is 10 minutes, and fourth is their whole recess. My students really crave their recess time so much that I've only had 2 students reach the 5th step this whole year. The 5th step is for them to call their parents and explain why they've had to sign the clipboard. One student who really butts heads with me a lot started crying when I asked him to call his parents, and I knew that I had finally gotten through to him, and it was actually a kind of victory for me. He still tries to defy my authority sometimes, but now he knows that I really mean business. The 6th step for them is to be sent out of the room or to the principal's or counselor's office, depending on the offense. And after that last disciplinary measure, depending on their behavior, the student might lose their recess for the remainder of the week and would probably have some extra work to do during their recess to keep them busy. I also abide by many love and logic principles. When a student tries to argue with me, especially in front of the class, I simply say, "We'll talk about it later," and end it there. I use enforceable statements like, "I only call on quiet hands," and "I know you're ready to go to lunch when I see and hear a quiet line." Using enforceable statements means that you don't tell the kids what to do, but rather you tell them what you will do. I use the motto that says, "The person who makes the problem gets to solve the problem." And finally, I have found that when students are being loud, whispering is actually more effective than yelling. And believe me, I've tried both. I hope that this how-to guide will help you establish an effective management system without having to have a bag of tricks, because the point isn't to change tactics when things aren't going well, but to have a plan already in place.